Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, I'm doing a voiceover today just because I have had the most stressful last 2 days at work. I'm talking 12-hour shifts, y'all. It's crazy. I was just so tired, but I was like, at the same time, I am now back to doing my research. I'm having to make a whole new document of cases because it was a lot I had to go through, remove, add, but that's what I'm doing right now. But at the same time, I still want to talk to you guys about crime. We have something that is so freaking common, it makes no sense. Okay, this is about a man who killed his ex-girlfriend minutes after she broke up with him after a night out. Y'all, immediately after she broke up with him, she's walking home, I believe walking to her car probably. He looked up immediately, by the way, how to shoot a gun, and then they found her dead on the sidewalk. Insane. These men, because a lot of men cannot take rejection. Probably about a good 92%, I want to say, can't take rejection. It's scary though, seriously. They say, now they did say after a night of drinking. At first I was like, okay, maybe he was a little drunk, but then realization came back to me. I was like, hold on, this was so premeditated. He even looked up how to shoot a gun. Like, there's no coming back from this. It's sad. They were mid-20s, 25, 26, and he ruined his life, and now he ruined her life. So sad. So let's get into it. Man killed ex-girlfriend 25 minutes after she broke up with him. Looked up how to shoot a revolver in the meantime. So his name is Michael Dukowitz. I can care less about his name. You guys know I don't care. We shamed the killers. And her name was Alyssa West. I'm pretty sure it's West. Alyssa West. A man is on trial in Pennsylvania for allegedly killing his ex-girlfriend mere minutes after she broke up with him, using that time to research how to shoot a gun. By the way, can we talk about how fast he did that? This tells you also he probably already had it up. I wonder if you can look up how long somebody have stayed on a website, because I feel like he was definitely planning this. He probably knew, because the sister is going to talk about how she was planning on doing it. He probably knew it was coming and he had to do something for this breakup, or maybe it just didn't work out. There's nothing wrong with that, but for some reason there's a lot of men who don't care. You break up with them, no matter what, they'll still try to kill you. It's crazy. Michael, I think it's Dukowitz, 26, stands charged with first-degree murder, third-degree murder, and possessing an instrument of crime in the death of 25-year-old Alyssa West. The alleged crime occurred in May, but as the Montgomery County courtroom filled up this week and prosecutors presented the case, there were more details that came to light. They both had been dating for 2 years when on the night of May 17th, they were out at a bar drinking, prosecutors said. At some point, they returned home and Weiss delivered some news that would provoke shocking to Dukowitz. Y'all, these last names was really, it's hard to pronounce. She was breaking up with him, according to her sister, her older sister. She had been mulling over whether to do so since March, but decided to think things over and make a decision once they concluded a trip for which the Dukowitz family was paying, the local outlet reported. The defendant, who no longer had a girlfriend, took to the internet seeking answers, specifically about how to load and shoot a revolver. As the clock passed midnight, he allegedly put his newfound knowledge into practice. Wes Conshohocken, a police officer, that was horrible, butchered, but I don't know what that name is, reported being called to a residence at 12:25 a.m. on May 18th. When they arrived, they found a female, later identified as Alyssa West, face down on the sidewalk with obvious gunshot wound to her torso. She was brought to a nearby hospital where she was pronounced dead. Dukowitz is alleged to have shot and killed her just 25 minutes or so after she broke up with him, using the victim's own personal revolver. Now, this is just a theory. Maybe since they said she was, her body was face down on the sidewalk, and they say 25 minutes or so after she broke up with him, maybe she was just walking home or walking to her car, because they could have easily took an Uber because they were drinking, and she probably thought they could just walk it off, cool it off, and just come to terms with the relationship after breaking up with him, because that's what you want to do. Realize it realistically, that's what it should always be like. You come to terms with okay being broken up with because it didn't work out. You don't want to be, you can't force a relationship. And I never understood that, because I'm like, why do these men and women, by the way, it's like when you break with someone, when your partner break up with you, why is your immediate action is to harm them? You can't force them to be with you. So you're just going to take your rage out on them rather than going to find somebody else. You'd rather ruin your life and then go to prison forever in your 20s, mind you. Like, you'd rather ruin your life getting taken advantage of in prison all over a breakup. Like, it was never that serious. I just don't understand people. Like, you really have to be another level of, like, psycho, because it's like, you need to, that tells you something about yourself. Go find yourself mentally and don't date, because if you can't take a normal breakup like this and then you look, how do you look up how to kill her immediately, you got problems. And by the way, this was so premeditated. He searched it out, and I'm pretty sure he was probably thinking about that. And when we think about it that way, how scary is that? She was planning on breaking up with him anyway. The whole time she's thinking about this, and he's most likely thinking about how to kill her. Oh my gosh, that's so scary. Detectives launched a homicide investigation, and prosecutors said they found several pieces of evidence. For one, the door to her home, a few doors from where she was found. Okay, so she was walking home, was ajar, and there was blood found both inside her residence and along the sidewalk leading to her body. 5 projectiles were also recovered, both inside the home and outside by her body. Now, real quick, another theory, y'all. This could also be, what if she got shot? Since they found it in her home, she could have got shot in her home, and then she stumbled out, tried to get help, and then died. That's another theory. That's just sad no matter what. In court this week, neighbors reportedly described the gunshots and hearing her screams as she ran down the sidewalk in an apparent attempt to get her away from her attacker. Well, that just summed it up. Okay. I'm not trying to laugh. I'm just saying that's what I just said. So that's what happened. Okay. Investigators said that immediately after the shooting, a neighbor said he was standing by his silver Ford F-150 truck, and then the truck left the area. License plate readers confirmed that a truck belonging to him was driving from west that area and through that area at 12:25 a.m. that night. A warrant was later issued for his arrest, and he turned himself in. He was placed in the Montgomery County Correctional Facility. His defense team is not disputing who committed the crime, but rather arguing that the attack was caused by a sudden emotional moment and not premeditated. Oh my God. Video evidence is expected as the trial continues, and the jury could deliberate as soon as Thursday. Her obituary described her as our beloved shining star, radiant, vibrant, and full of light. Her presence lit up every room she entered, and her absence leaves a deep ache in the heart of all who knew and loved her. That's so sad. Y'all know something? I just can't imagine, just dealing with this stuff every day. Police officers, that's what I'm saying. It's like finding bodies, figuring it out. Really, this man left so much evidence, by the way, so it was simple. But you even got, it's just, I don't know, it's just death itself. It's so sad because there's so much happening right now in the world, and so many cases like this that I talk about. Y'all, can I say something really quickly? And I'll probably mention it again in another video, but I was at work the other day and I met a funeral home director, and he was an embalmer, and he was the person that did the makeup. He do it all, and it was so rewarding talking to him, but it was also just so like realization after I shook his hand. He was like, we was talking, and I was like, yeah, I study anthropology. I like study bones and all that. That's what I want to do. And he was intrigued with that, and he kept on saying I would be like perfect to work with him because I'm good at customers, like talking to people, and like good people person. I was like, true, but like I said, it's just the realization of it all when you're dealing with bodies. Like, it's just, I feel like I couldn't take it. And he said like you become numb to it, but at the same time you respect the dead, and there's a story to everything. And this is just sad. She was living her life. She just wanted to break up with him because he looked like a crazy person. I not knowing what he was doing. They probably just was not meant to be, and he could not take it, and he killed her. And so the crime scene itself, she got shot at her home. She stumbled out, died on the sidewalk. And that's so sad. The neighbors heard her scream. Oh my gosh. You know, they called the cops. That's all they could do. You have some people that rush over there, but to be honest, I'm not, because there's a gun involved. No, you don't do that. But it's sad that I say that, but at the same time, you had a girl like literally dying. That's so heartbreaking. She did not deserve that. Nobody deserved this. What is going on with men in breakups, y'all? Because there's been a lot this year. Oh my God. 2025, I'm so ready for it to end. There's been so much death this year. This is insane. Like, this is another level of scary for like America, by the way. But it's so much. Like, what's going on with people's emotions? Get that together. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to do this because I was like, what happened? It's just, when you see 25 minutes after she broke up, that's so quick. Oh my God. He was definitely probably thinking, he knew she was going to break up with him. And he knew whenever she did, he was going to do it. Like, he knew what he was going to do. That's so scary. Oh my God. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay safe, stay aware, and stay alert at all times. And I will see you guys on the next video. Ladies, stay safe and protect yourself. Get a weapon, because to be honest, it's needed nowadays. Same for men if you have a crazy girlfriend. Bye.